last Sunday, Pastor Michael Todd was talking about unusual acceleration, within the body of Christ. And he was saying that through the process of seed, sowing, time, work, and harvest, that for some people there may be a season of unusual acceleration, um, a bamboo season, where something has been planted, it's been sitting underground, and it's been growing and developing root all this time. But there's going to come a time where it shall spring forth, and it's going to break surface. And for some people, that may be an unusual acceleration in that growth and in that period. Um, and I believe God, people are entering that season of unusual acceleration for the kingdom because there's a there's been a unusual acceleration in the other kingdom. It seems like it's so many things. I say this in just about every video that when I'm talking anything world related. But there's so many things happening all at once. So many things. Just so many things happening all at once. Right now we're dealing with a supply chain issue and delay, and it's causing inflation in certain places, a lot of delays and some crises in certain places. We're dealing with different weather crises that pop up periodically in different regions in the world. We're still dealing, still to this day dealing with racism. The fact that there's organizations and groups of guys, there's a new organization, or not newer, but not new, but maybe like a newer or my first time hearing of them, called the Base, a white supremacy organization. Um, it's so many things we're dealing with over in the western region and the northwestern region, dealing with drought and a water crisis, and all these things are going to affect so many things, and it's doing it quickly. A lot of these things are affecting us quickly, and they're affecting us directly. Nothing is slowful. Everything is unusually accelerated. There's a mandate that's getting ready to happen on the 4th for any workplace that has a large number of employees. I don't know what that standard number is, but they're going to mandate, either vaccinations or weekly COVID tests, that, weekly negative clearance of a COVID test. Um, we have a sea life crisis where sea life and wildlife, just showing up dead in numbers. Birds just dropping dead out of the sky in certain regions of the world and certain places in the U.S. as well. Um, the workforce, people are just not going to work. People are just not really caring to show up to work anymore. The use of automated systems is rising rapidly. Automated, police force is being tested and tried. Automated security and public safety has been tested and tried over on SpaceX campus and certain campuses where they're testing rocket fuel and things like that. Um, there's been cities that are proposing uh, deeper and much more intricate levels of surveillance to ensure public safety. Uh, Methods that somewhat infringe on privacy, but people are just at their wits' end with the crime rate, and people are no longer caring about privacy as much as they are the safety and the safety of their children. Being able to come home from work and know that you can actually make it home without someone, it's so many things. That agenda that I keep speaking about, that agenda 2030, that is everything that is happening. That thing is going to come through like a rock star. It is going to come through with everything that everybody is it's so many things outlined in that innovation, infrastructure and innovation, and workforce, the public safety, peace, justice, and strong institutions, guaranteeing life below water, improving life above, going green and emissions free. That's it's such a large, quick push for that, and it seemed like that's something that would have taken so long to try to phase out and to phase in something else. But it's happening. It's so many things happening, and it's happening at an unusual acceleration. So God has to do the exact same thing. He has to accelerate things at a unusual pace to combat what's happening, to get to make sure his people have what they need to be able to stand up to what is happening around us. You know, unusual acceleration, and it's happening on both fronts of both kingdoms. Stay prayed up, fast. Take some time and fast. Take some time, turn that plate over. I'll be turning my plate over today, and I'll be fasting from today. I want to say what, like 9, since 9 this morning until 9 tomorrow morning, possibly longer. I'll just be taking in some water, green tea, and just taking some time to pray, talk to God. Um, but we gotta pray. We gotta fast. We gotta get guidance. We gotta get answers. Sit still. You know, get in some quiet space and listen. You know, it's so many things that we're restricted from doing at the moment. But even with all the restrictions, we're still able to do so much. And it's gonna be a point in time, not that far from now, where we're gonna look back on today and be like, man, it was so much freedom that we had, even in this state that we're in now. You know, we're gonna look back and be like, man, it was so much that we were able to do. Let's take advantage and exercise the freedoms that we have. Take some time to listen and hear what he may want for us to do, what instructions he may have for us, and let's move forward, man. Unusual acceleration.